How many more cute dogs can we get in this building?
This one's not cute at all. I'm just more adorable.
So Laura, that's your dog?
It is.
This Mink?
Little Mink.
Mink. You look like you run on batteries.
That's too much fun. Throwback Thursday. I am a weirdo of the highest order. So let's do a little recap of the throwbacks I've been doing. That's like a double throwback. But anyway, went back a couple weeks, which is the Women's March. Went back 25 years to my very first movie. Went back about 8-ish years for the vice presidential debates. And now we're going to go back around a little over 10 years now. I'm going to talk about what I consider so far the greatest, most amazing moment in my life. So 18-year-old me in high school was making movies. And throughout high school, it was kind of this weird rise into being known as like the guy who makes movies. And one of the things that solidified that was my involvement with a talent show. So every year around February, we have a talent show in high school called the February Frolics. Part of the show included 8 students who were chosen to be the hosts or the MCs of the show. In between acts, they would have these SNL type sketches to introduce the next artist and the next act, blah, blah, blah. But by tradition, there was always one video that would play instead of an actual like live act. And in my sophomore year, I got to direct a really brief little video sketch that played over the talent show. And for me, it was just like another fun little video project. I didn't think much of it. The following year, the next round of MCs approached me through theater to help direct a couple of videos. And this time it was around maybe like 5 or 6 or so. And I went to town with some crazy stuff. I did my very first chroma keying effect, movie parodies, all kinds of fun stuff. And it was incredibly well received. I mean, it was just a whole bunch of fun to be in the gymnasium filled with people on a February night and to hear all those laughs happen. So by the time I got to my senior year, it was time to audition for the Frolics, and I didn't have an act that would be performing at the show itself, but I really wanted to be an MC. So I went through the ringer. I auditioned to be an MC, and I thought I had it in the bag, and then I didn't get in. Turns out the people running it were like, well, you're directing the videos, right? Like, that's your job. So in a way, I was kind of like the unseen 9th MC. That's really hard to say 5 times fast. And I was like, all right, fine. Especially because I had already begun work on one of the videos even before the MCs were selected. I actually used all of my friends wearing various colored hoodies to disguise who they were, and then we would just do the inserts of the real MCs later. We made it! And this all happened in a very kind of delicate time in my life because it's my senior year, I'm 18, I'm applying for colleges, and I'm very lucky. I've had undying support from my family as far as making movies go. But of course it didn't come without a healthy dose of, are you sure this is the career path you want to do? Which I completely understand because like I'm staying up late doing these video projects, like is this gonna lead me to a viable career path? Spoilers, it did. But like when you're young and you're applying for colleges and stuff and trying to find which college has the best film program or if they have a film program at all, things are very tense, and I actually carried a lot of self-doubt during that whole process. But the Frolics were super important to me, so I mushed on. So here is our gymnasium, which is filled with, rough estimate, pretty sure it was around 1,000 people. For the people who were there, if you remember how many people there actually were, or if you think I'm over-exaggerating, like, leave a comment, please, because I don't want to talk too boastfully about my inauguration numbers. But either way, we have a packed auditorium. And the lights go down, I look over the sound guy, and he nods that we're ready. I hit play, and the first thing plays on the screen. We did a parody of MTV's Real World, and it was a pretty great starter because it set the ridiculous tone that we had for the MCs. Then I did a 2-parter. This is the thing that I worked on before the MCs were cast, where we steal the school's spirit stick. The first half is a heist movie, the second half is an escape in the style of E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I don't know why, I just really wanted to direct a bike chasing because it's just so much fun. And then I got to go to town with some blue screen effects and actually make the bikes fly. Like right now this looks like shit, but like back then, like the applause were just out of this world. And at this point, I am on cloud 9. Like, this is so far one of the greatest moments of my whole life, but nothing prepared for the moment that was going to come after this. So I took a bit of a gamble, and with the last video, I wanted to do a horror short, which is weird. Like, you kind of like end the last video sketch on like a horror movie. Like, that's, why would you do that? And for me, I was thinking, like, nobody's gonna expect that. No one's gonna expect masked killer in a school thing. Like, no one's ever gonna expect that. So that sketch goes, and it's funny. Like, there's a lot of really good jokes in there.
I can't take it anymore! I can't take it anymore!
Snap out of it!
Forget you guys!
But there's one moment where I really just wanted to be over the top. And so I'm gonna play for you the part of the video that played, and you're gonna hear the audience reaction as this video played. And when you hear how the audience reacts, you'll now understand why this is probably like the greatest moment of my entire life.
Jen! Kristen! Jessica, look out! He's behind you! Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Guys, run!
That right there was roughly, I'm guessing, 1,000 people all screaming all at the same time. That's when I knew that, like, this is my calling. This is what I've been training for this whole time. This is my passion, and now it has been confirmed beyond what I ever would have expected. So that right there is the greatest, most amazing moment in my entire life. Making a huge gymnasium full of people laugh, cheer, and scream all in one night. If you want to see the full sketches, I have them on this channel. You can look at the links below, and I also put them in the real play order that they're in, so you can kind of see how it went from like MTV's Real World all the way to Backstage Nightmare. Well, I'm really glad I got to share the story with you guys for the very final Throwback Thursday of Vloguary. Not the final one forever, just the final one for Vloguary. And in the future, I plan on telling some more stories and sharing that with you guys. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
You're adorable.